4:21 right now, and you know him as our chief investigative reporter. But today, readers across the nation also know him by a new title.
Man, this
novelist.
is so cool. Yeah, we're talking about Jeremy Finley. He's written his first novel. Now it's been published, The Darkest Time of Night. There's a copy. It's out in bookstores today. Now, it's a thriller that tells the story of the disappearance of a U.S. senator's grandson and how the boy's grandmother may be the only one who can find him. But if she comes forward with what she knows, it could ruin her husband's political career. Doesn't that sound fantastic?
It sounds awesome. And the book, it looks beautiful. Love the cover.
Yeah.
So the New York Post named it one of the must-read novels of the summer. The thriller is based right here in Nashville.
So a lot of people have asked me why set this in Nashville. One of the major reasons is that at the beginning of this book, it's very much a political thriller, and I spent a lot of time covering Nashville's political scene, so I was definitely influenced by the political culture in this city.
I can't wait to start reading this. Jeremy will sign copies of the book tonight at Parnassus Books at 6:30.
We have a copy right now, so we can start reading it in commercial break right here. But see this, The Darkest Time of Night, and the best is it says Jeremy Finley right here. Let's look inside the back cover. You recognize this handsome blue-eyed man?
Awesome.
There's Jeremy. So proud of him. I just love that.
Congratulations, Jeremy. That's a huge accomplishment.
Fantastic.
Not easy to write a book.
No.
No, not at all. Well, coming up next right here on News 4 This Morning. Right. Okay, we've got a pretty cool story for you right now. So you know him as our chief investigative reporter, but today readers across the nation also know him by a new title. He's now a novelist.
Yeah, we're talking about Jeremy Finley's first novel. It's called The Darkest Time of Night. We have it here on set with us. We're reading it in commercial breaks a little bit. It's out in bookstores today. Now, this is a thriller that tells the story of the disappearance of a U.S. senator's grandson and how the boy's grandmother may be the only one who could find him, but if she comes forward with what she knows, it could ruin her husband's political career.
That's right. The New York Post named this book one of its must-read novels of the summer, and you might be wondering how Jeremy found the time to write the thriller. Well, he's telling us.
But the reality of it is that when you really love something, you make the time. I get up at 5 a.m. and I write my books, and that's obviously way before I come into my work here at News 4. But I've always wanted to do this. Since I was in 5th grade, I've wanted to be a novelist, and so now, in my mid-40s, it's actually happening.
So cool. It's a dream come true for Jeremy.
You know, and I have to say, I'm obviously newer to Channel 4, but Jeremy is amazing.
Yeah.
He is so sweet, so welcoming. This is awesome. Jeremy will sign copies of the book tonight at Parnassus Books at 6:30, so you really want to meet him and get a copy of this.
And the book it's based in Nashville. I think you'll find it to be an excellent read. We've been paging through it a little bit this morning. It's really cool.
Yeah, the first line is like stellar.
Yeah.
So, all right. Also, something pretty cool for you.
All right, hey, you know him as our chief investigative reporter, but today readers will know him as author Jeremy Finley.
Yes, this is awesome. Jeremy Finley's first novel, The Darkest Time of Night, is out in bookstores today. It's a thriller that tells the story of the disappearance of a U.S. senator's grandson and how the boy's grandmother may be the only one who can find him. But if she comes forward with that information, well, it could ruin her husband's political career and her life. The New York Post named the book one of its must-read novels of the summer. The thriller is based right here in Nashville.
So I think what's going to be so much fun about this book is that it is set in Nashville. So all of our News 4 viewers who so graciously welcome us into your homes every day, you're going to get a real kick out of that because of all the things you're going to recognize in this book.
So Jeremy is going to be signing copies of his book tonight at Parnassus Books at 6:30.
And look at that, we're so lucky to have a copy here.
We got a copy here on the set with us this morning. What we love is opening this up and seeing Jeremy's face on the back. And you guys have seen it too, our News 4 investigative reporter there, Jeremy Finley. Isn't that awesome?
So proud of you. That's great.
Great book right there.
Well, we are already off to a very hot, humid start. We've got a lot of great stuff.
A lot of good stuff
this
today.
morning. Not that we don't always, but today especially. Grab that gem there.
Dude, yeah, let's show you this right here.
The best.
Check this. Darkest Time of Night is a book we're reading on the set this morning, and the best part of this is look at who it's written by. It's backwards, I know here, but it's Jeremy Finley. And let's open the back cover here so you know.
You certainly know the face.
You know that face? He's so cute. It's Jeremy Finley, everybody, our investigative reporter for the News 4 I-Team. Isn't he a handsome fellow? He's like a young
Those
John
blue
Grisham.
eyes.
So listen to this. The New York Post has called this book, written by Jeremy Finley,
summer read, and it's really it's based here in Nashville too, so that makes it even more exciting. It's about a politician's grandson.
But the reality of it is that when you
Maybe
really
the only
love
person that
something,
actually
you
knows what
make the
happened to
time.
him. But yeah, she's too afraid to speak up.
So we're talking about that. We're talking about Facebook this morning too.